Season 3 has been out for a little over a week, and the loot pool is absolutely massive. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I want to dive into the ridiculously diverse loot pool and give you my thoughts on the top 3 loadouts that you should be using this season. Also, later in the video, I'll be showing you one of the most insane items that was added this season that will 100% change the meta, so you definitely want to stick around for that. You're not going to want to miss it. But before we jump into it, last week I shared my thoughts and impressions on Season 3, and I wanted to kind of expand on how I'm feeling with Fortnite after I've had a lot more time to play. So Season 3 is super fun. I'm actually really enjoying the game, and in my opinion, the charge shotgun is evolving like every day. The charge shotgun is equally overpowered and kinda terrible at the same time. The damage potential is insane, but the gun itself is kinda clunky and the reload speed is, oh my god, it's ridiculous. It's insanely high. That said, the gun almost feels like a must-have weapon with the sheer potential that it has to do insane damage. So where I thought maybe solo players wouldn't run it, I just maybe feel like everybody's going to run it, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of clunkiness to it. Also, arena mode. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know I've been advocating for a reworked arena mode for forever. Ultimately, I'm just dying for a grindable ranked mode, and arena is just simply not that. A linear grind to 6k points to reach Champion League, and then it just loses all its value, and the match quality just goes to the toilet. It's just not that fun. In any case, it's time to talk about the Season 3 loot pool. So Epic Games loves to shake up competitive Fortnite by toying with the loot pool season after season. Either the loot pool is massively diverse, or it's super basic and boring. From where I'm sitting, it looks like Epic really let loose in Season 3 and just dumped the entire loot pool straight into competitive and arena. Not only do we have crash pads and stink grenades from Marauders, but we also have this crazy mobility in the map, like helicopters as well. Fortnite competitive is an absolute free-for-all when it comes to items, but the question is this: what should I be carrying? So today I want to give you my top 3 loadouts for Chapter 2 Season 3 without including mythic items. So obviously, if you have the ability to slot a mythic item, then just put it in place for its standard loadout item. For example, the mythic Chug Jug is obviously going to take the place of a healing item, and a mythic shotgun is obviously going to take the spot of a shotgun slot. So for the sake of the discussion, I'll be defining utility items as any item that is rather miscellaneous. Grenades, harpoons, stink grenades, crash pads, etc. That's all going to be utility. So let's jump into it. Loadout number 1, and I've kind of given them silly names, the Fragger. This loadout consists of any variant of AR, shotgun, and SMG, 1 utility item, and 1 healing item, preferably mini shields. This is your standard loadout for fighting. It provides self-shielding, which all loadouts should have, as well as heavy spray pressure. You have an AR and an SMG. This loadout is especially comfortable with the newly added charge shotgun by slotting an SMG as a swap weapon, not to mention the involting of the P90. As if SMGs weren't strong enough already. In my opinion, any utility item is fine in this loadout, but consider taking like a stack of 6 grenades for nade stacking teams and trios. So, loadout number 2, the Sniper. This loadout consists of any variant of AR, tactical shotgun, either a bolt sniper or a hunting rifle. And of course you could either go with 2 heals or 1 heals, any utility, it doesn't really matter. Season 3 reintroduced the bolt sniper and the hunting rifle to the loot pool, as well as the addition of the epic and legendary hunting rifles. In this meta, the hunting rifle is an amazing weapon for taking quick pop shots at your enemies to look for good entry damage, storm tags, or even a free pick. Running an AR and a tactical shotgun allows you to have a balanced loadout with some versatility, and it really doesn't matter if you take 2 heals or 1 slot for heals and 1 slot for utility. That said, in trios you definitely want at least 1 player running some form of mobility, so definitely keep that in mind. Also, just to add, you could also swap out the sniper for an RPG from the Marauders to create an explosive loadout instead of calling it the Sniper. Loadout number 3, the Support. This loadout consists of any variant of AR and tactical shotgun, 2 heals, and either a mobility or a harpoon for the utility slot. The Support loadout is meant to have a very simple arsenal of weapons in order to free up an extra slot for heals. Season 3 has reintroduced the Chug Splashes, and with Trio Arena and Trio Cash Cups on the way, they are a must-have for anyone interested in running this more support-heavy playstyle. Also, carrying mobility as the preferred utility slot in order to help the team or yourself, and of course the Harpoon is perfect for fishing mats during the endgame. Now, before I jump into the crazy new item that was added this season, I want to briefly touch on floppers and slurpfish. Obviously, these items would be held in a heal inventory slot, so definitely consider adding them to your loadout if you land near the fishing spots. And last but not least, I have to show you guys the new secret OP item, which is not that secret anymore. It's the peppers. Holy crap. The peppers are hands down the biggest addition to the game's loot pool for mobility. You can stack up to 15 peppers, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the movement speed increase lasts for 60 seconds, 1 whole minute. Peppers are easily the best mobility item to carry in solos and trios, so definitely don't sleep on those little produce boxes in game, and make sure you communicate with your team and carry them to better equip yourself for rotations in the end game.
And I'm testing things out, and I specifically wanted to test out the peppers just to see like how OP these actually are. And I'm telling you boys, this is the new fucking meta. Solos isn't happening for about another month or so. You know, a lot of trio cash cups, but I know you guys have been begging for a solo inside the mind. I've been slacking a little bit on these because I'm currently trying to break the world record for the longest stream, but let's hop straight into it. So you guys see I just popped a pepper. I know that there's a guy in that base, so I wanted to keep eyes on him. I know he's gonna look at me. And just look how fast I'm able to rotate across the map. Yeah, I just rotated like a pretty decent sized rotate without having to spend too many mats, because I have peppers that just basically allow me to book it across the map without people holding me and beaming the shit out of me. So now I want to look back for a spray, try to hold some kids. Right, if you're able to crack somebody, the whole lobby will tend to focus them. And boom, now I got myself a refresh. I have a bigger loot pool that I can basically decide on, right? I see that there's 4 floppers. There's a bunch of extra mats. I'm capped now. I got myself a nice little tunnel. And it's kind of just a waiting game here.
Fuck, bro.
I keep the P90. I know some of you are probably wondering why I keep the P90 over the AUG. Especially when you're in this late in endgame, your AUG is probably going to be useless now that it's 2 bullets. Sure, you might get a beam or 2 off, but a gold P90 is one of the strongest guns in the game in the current meta. And if you're able to use a charged shotgun into a P90, that does work. So I built myself a nice little tarp here. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, now I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab peppers. Or I'm going to pop a pepper and I'm going to drop and hold the slurpfish. If I pop the peppers, these peppers last forever. They need to be nerfed for sure. And boom, I just run through my old tarp. Look at this. It's literally so free. Nobody can fucking shoot me because I'm swimming so fast. And I'm at front of zone. Looking back to hold kids, right? Maybe I can get a pick or 2. I'm waiting to pad here because I know I won't be able to use my pad later. And I kind of want to pad to height. I think in the current meta, if you're able to just pad to height, it's so hard to maintain height because people can't just pump you instantly, right? The beauty of height in the old meta was that you're able to just pump kids and keep them off your layer. Or maybe if you have an RPG like this guy under me does.
As always, I love to get you guys involved in the videos, so I took to Twitter and I asked what you guys have been using in your loadouts. Let's check out a few of y'all's responses. Zidane hit me with AR, TAC, Sniper, Heals, and I like that. Like I said, fits kind of like that sniper loadout. Bazadon dropped AR, Charge Shotty, Hunting Rifle, or RPG, giving us some variants there, minis, and floppers. So again, kind of like my second loadout with a little bit of options, and even adding in the floppers as well. And Paludic dropped down and said, Gold Scar, Gold TAC, Gold P90. Man, he's got a lot of gold items. Chug Splashes, minis, or for heals, flops, and slurps. So again, he just has that kind of fragger loadout, that real balanced, ability to spray. He put all the golds in there. You got to appreciate that. And then chug splashes and minis. You can't go wrong carrying more heals. So as always, I want to pass it to you for the question of the day. Not going to be super obvious here, so let's change it up a little bit. What is your preference for the AR slot? Do you now prefer the AUG or the SCAR? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section down below. So I'm really in a self-evaluation stage with my content a little bit. I love making these videos, but I'm kind of struggling to keep them coming out consistently, so I might try adding in some slightly different types of videos as well. I mean, of course, it's going to be for Fortnite, but I hope you'll enjoy those if I do decide to do that. So that said, if you enjoy the content, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it again, and I'll see you on the next video.